don't even know if this is working or not, but hello. Hello, it is I, Flowur the Weirdo. Welcome to my channel. Normally I don't do this, but I'm waiting for the update to go through. So I figured I would go through and just look at what changes were made in the bug fix, because there's like a whole bunch of them. And I want to see, because I don't usually have a lot of issues with my game. I mean, some of them I've had for a long time, but most of the time, thank goodness, I've been rather lucky, knock on wood, that some of the issues haven't been an issue for me that I know of. So that's why I want to look into see what we got here in these fixes. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm hoping this is recording, because my game might play well, but my recording software has been being horrible. Like, I can't even open OBS. I've been using Wondershare Demo Creator on like an old version, because if I upgrade to the new version, then I can't edit my videos from 2020. So I've just been working on like 4 versions back. So it's not the greatest, but anyway, hello, welcome to my channel. I am Flowur the Weirdo. I mostly play The Sims, but I have been playing other games also. Yeah. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and let's go ahead and get into it. So, we have a new collection inspired by West Africa, which I am super excited about. The only thing is, I don't like looking it up in the game. So I might click on this news post to see like what comes with the pack, see if I can figure out what comes with it. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff that comes with it. I watched other people's videos, so yeah, it would be nice if I can figure out how to do it. I will, but most of the time I can't figure out what's new unless it has the little I don't know. And plus, I can't open the game right now anyway. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and skip through here. There was also a Discord 100k member challenge, which I didn't even know about, because I hardly ever go on Discord, which I really should do that more often. But it looks like Sarah won, and she inspired a dress by her childhood in Beaverbrook, Canada, which is very cool. So it's like a ballet dress. I don't know where I saw it. I saw it somewhere. But we have 2 upcoming creator kits coming out. I'm not sure. Oh, November 13th is when they're coming out. So those look kind of neat. I'll be very excited to do those. The only reason I really love doing the kits is because I can read out all of the descriptions, because I love doing that. So anyways, in the base game, we have sabotage interaction is no longer available on objects without completing deviant aspiration. So I just thought everybody could satisfy. I didn't realize. I thought it came with one of the packs. I'm like, oh cool, everybody can sabotage now. So yeah. The photos turning black in inventory when taking a picture. I've never had that happen to me. Mixologist, OMG. The mixologist for the past like 3 or 4 weeks have been horrible. Like, I just wanted to like scream. I'm just like, no, just make me some food. Anyway, yeah, so I'm glad about that one. The children will now inherit more features from their parents, which is really cool. I never really noticed that they didn't. Yeah, I don't know. And then relationship decay after having a baby was too fast in destroying relationships, which I've had a couple of Sims where I didn't really pay attention to what happened to cause this, but their relationship decay just was like, one day they were completely in love and the next day they're boom, hate each other. And it's like, excuse me, what happened there? Set up milestone not properly unlocks and displays after traveling. I don't play with infants because they're too buggy. So, like I said, I don't have any bugs in my game. No, I have a lot of bugs. I just don't think they'll ever fix the bugs that I have. Anyway, yeah, I don't play with... And technically, the thing I have with infants isn't a bug. It's more of... either every adult in the house wants to take care of the baby and it ends up that no one does, or no one will take care of the infant, not the baby, the infant. So it really bothers me, especially if you have someone staying in your house specifically to look after the infant. So yeah, Sims won't use their phone when in the water or jogging. That's actually kind of funny. I like when they do that. Take a vacation day is only given to the Sim if their next shift was in 24 hours. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Sims put books, foods, and drinks in their intended inventories instead of random inventories like I didn't know that was happening either. Random Sims will no longer enter the home without knocking or using sliding doors. Like, honestly, the only time that ever happened to me was in Mount Kumarabi, and I just thought it was like part of that pack. Like, I just thought everybody would come in and just be like, oh, okay, this is, oh, here's me thinking bugs are actually part of the game. Maybe that's why I don't think I have any bugs. Anyway, aspirations no longer default to the first one without looking or switching to another. I did not notice any of that. Fixed issues where infants were being placed near a crib or playmat instead of remaining in it if the player travels to a different lot with a sim and returns, which is good because a lot of times with my infants, they're not near the crib or the playmat. They're like, 12 houses over, and my sim has to go and get it. So hopefully that's part of that bug. Let's see, excessive wants are no longer generated from music when there are other categories or preferences. I never noticed that. I don't really deal with wants that often. They're not as fun as they used to be. Like, I don't know, something, it's just kind of like meh now. They used to be really fun and I loved doing them when they were whims. I liked whims better than wants. Anyway, mischief interactions between Sims who both like mischief can now properly succeed. Didn't notice that. Dance to stereo music wants are now fulfilled. Didn't notice that. Oh, you can dance to stereo music with earbuds. I did not even know you could do that. Sims will no longer autonomously perform grab a drink interaction with Tea Magic Brewer. I never used that, so resolved an exception that triggered while putting the baby in the crib, leading to infant resetting and laying on the floor outside the crib. That has happened to me quite a few times. Infants can now acquire the little babbler trait. Like I said, I don't play with infants that often, so energized interactions will appear for energized Sims on all showers. Oh, like the take an energized shower, maybe? I don't know. Fix the makeup color swatch selection applied to cast to be consistent on swapping items with the one that is highlighted. Tattoos are still being worked on to provide. I don't usually wear makeup or play with makeup, so I'm not sure what that means. Toddlers with level 4 or 5 movement skill will no longer walk as if they have a lower level movement skill while in certain moods. Didn't even notice that. Sims will stop wearing hats while in their nude outfits. I've been noticing lately that my Sims have been wearing clothes while in their nude outfits. So I've never seen them wear a hat, but I've seen them with, like, you can see through the pixelization, they're wearing clothes. When a Sim goes to work, which actually that's fine for me because I don't like showing, like, even the pixelated nudeness. I don't like showing that. If you haven't noticed, I will turn the camera away to give my Sims privacy. Anyway, when a Sim goes to work, all the newborn infant toddler Sims will be sent to daycare. Adoption events and pregnancy events were blocking this and are now resolved. I didn't know that was not happening. What I would like to happen is when they go to daycare, they actually get taken care of, because a lot of times when my newborn infant toddlers come home, well, not so much I guess the newborns, I don't know, but when they come home, their needs are tanked. And I always fix them, because if they're at daycare, they should be taken care of. Or if one Sim leaves the house and there are 3 or 4 adults in the house, they should be taking care of the infants and stuff. So it's yeah, that's an issue I have, sort of. Nannies and butlers will perform their duties more often and regularly. They will check if they need to perform duties every 30 minutes instead of every 4 hours. Firefighters can fit into unroutable areas to better fight flames. I never usually call the firefighters, so that I've never noticed anything with that. Soulmate status is now added when friendship/romance track is full. The bug was caused when the friendship value was not updated in the romance and blah blah. Yeah, I don't. That's another thing I kind of don't really pay attention to. Aspiration goals will no longer reset when Sims travel to another lot. You switch to another sim at home and then perform bring hair action on the first sim. I didn't even know that was happening. That I've not even paid attention to things like that. So excessive townies will no longer generate every time the computer is used. We adjusted a filter for style influencers that was generating new sims if you had not met a style influencer. I didn't know that was happening either. Mood lists related to fear will not trigger the fear of dark trait after the fear of dark. That is cool. The only problem is they get fear of the dark like right away anyway, so that's a little bit annoying. Fixed cases where NPCs wear random weather outfits they don't own. I didn't even know that was happening. Trash from all inside trash cans will now be emptied and dumped into outdoor trash can. Okay, I am having a bug with the outdoor trash cans where someone will kick it over and it will show that it is not kicked over, but nobody will be throwing anything away. So I have to go over and click on the standing up garbage can and say, pick up garbage can. Weird. But anyways, made sim with neat trait will no longer get stuck in grill cleaning loop. Wow, that would be annoying. Cast categories including tattoos and pets will show again. All content from their subcategories. A previous update was made to the cast menu to support the new tattoo category. Cast categories excluding tattoos and pets will show again. Will again show all. Oh, I never really look at the cast categories, so that's something. I don't know why my phone likes to make weird noises. Listen to genre-specific music wants are now fulfilled when Sims listen to earbuds. I never play with earbuds because they're kind of expensive, so I just have my Sim sell them right away. I've only had a couple that have kept them and used them, so I don't know anything about the earbuds. Sims can only woohoo in Steam rooms that are indoors and not broken. They will stop unsuccessfully attempting outdoors. Trash will be present in the world and on community lots, and trash cans can be properly rummaged. Oh, thank goodness. I was getting really sick and tired of having my Sim cook something and throw it in the garbage so that he could rummage. So that one is definitely one that I have noticed. Sims now should gain more consistently. Sims needs should now gain more consistently while they are low at work, school, while playing on a different lot. Okay, that's helpful. Complete an aspiration with child sim goal now completes properly an alien stole my parents scenario. So I started that scenario, or actually no, I started a let's play just before they came out with that scenario, and because they came out with that scenario, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do this let's play. So I haven't played any. That was my high school hideaway one. I'm just kind of meh about it. I might go back to it eventually, or I might start over. I don't know. Anyway, affecting multiple packs. Added glass wall patterns for style for greenhouse, haven, and lifehouse. Okay, so there's just more colors added, I think. Patients and ranch hands will no longer arrive in random hats. I don't care about random hats. Reduce the size of the footprints of the following radios. Okay, that's nice. Nannies, gardeners, ranch hands will no longer return immediately after dismissing a fire. I have noticed that a couple of times. Cafeteria workers will now show up as expected. I haven't played with the cafeteria in a while, so cafeteria workers will not leave as soon as the game loads from a save. Get to work. Sims will now buy things that are set for sale on display shelves from retail stores. Alien Sims will no longer repeatedly wipe the memory of their spouse autonomously. That has happened in a couple of Let's Plays. You will see eventually when it happens. But yes, I have had that happen quite a few times, and it is not fun. So, thank goodness. Oh, you silly aliens. Anyway, Get Together. Dance interaction is now present again on DJ booths. I haven't played with, been to like clubs or anything recently, so I haven't noticed that bug. Vet clinic, I've never played with a vet. Well, I played with a vet clinic once, and that was a long time ago, so I didn't notice any bugs. Console is now possible to enter dog breed cat names for the pets adopted from neighborhood stores. Console. I don't know that. That's console. Fixed dogs, excessively exploring bush and triggering oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh, in my last sim Let's Play, that dog, every time he would come out, I would go and I would give him a bath, and then he would just go in and get dirty again. Let me get a drink real quick. Alright, so that's an awesome one. Pets adopted by households from neighborhood stores will now properly show their breed. Never noticed that one. Decrease the time duration of taking dogs on long and medium walks. Honestly, whenever I take my dog on a walk, they just go on a walk and never come back until I make them stop. So long and medium walks, if this actually works, that would be cool. Sim and dog will now autonomously exit the go on a walk interaction before reaching needs failure. That's cool. Seasons, admiring ghosts and occult sims will count for holiday spooky spirit. Bug archive. Funny interactions on teen and young sims will now fill the good deed badge. Removed in-season tests from research and evolve interactions, so it's possible to interact with plants that are out of season. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that was... Wait. Removed in-season tests from the research and evolve interactions. So it's possible to interact with plants that are out of season. So you can, like, research them, I guess. Father Winter now gives toddler gifts even if they're not officially met. One of the times I played with it, that Father Winter didn't give my toddler a gift, so I made my toddler kick him. Or maybe, yeah, no, because toddlers are the ones that kick, right? Yeah, he kicked Father Winter. All right, Get Famous bouncers will arrive as expected to staff VIP exclusivity doors in the Studio B PPB Lounge in Del Sol Valley. Celebrities now can now be interacted in a retail store. These are things I did not know were happening because I haven't played with Get Famous in a long time. Actor career now popularly displays as an active career in the select UI or career UI. Let me check and see how long I have. Oh, yeah, I still got about 20%. Okay. Island living. Adjusted event timing. Avoid overlaps so it allows the turtle hatching event to occur. I haven't played an island living in a long time, and I don't think I've ever seen the turtle hatching event. So. Added benefits to the dream home decorator career for Sims who have graduated. Oh, that's cool. Again, haven't played with that, so I don't know. Sim can travel to a community space that has been updated to a makerspace without experience crashes or error codes. Did not know that was not happening. Vendors will now be consistently available at stalls or selling tables at the marketplace in Evergreen Harbor. What marketplace? Oh, when you do the community space. Okay, I'm like, what? That shows you how long it's been since I played in with Eco Lifestyle. Sims will make more than just white cakes. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I cannot tell you how many white cakes I've had to throw away because that's all they do is make white cakes. And new save, Sims can now own the full wood jacket, which was discovered in the dumpster. I didn't know that was a problem. Households that receive a bill with an owed value that's positive refund can now pay bills, allowing the refund to be processed and the bills to be marked as paid. I don't even understand what that means. That makes my head go. Households that receive a bill With an owed value that's positive, a refund can now pay bills, allowing the refund to be processed and the bills to be marked as paid. I'm sure it has something to do with when you have like the turbines and the solar panels and like the money coming back to you or something. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around that one. Neighborhood action plans no longer show T and S when disabled in the game options. Okay, so there's one that I have that I will tell you about when I'm done with this. Moving the recycler fabricator in build mode from managed world screen will no longer cause last exception. I did not know that was happening. Incoming phone calls will no longer drop off due to upgrade when sim isn't actually upgrade. Didn't know that was happening. One thing that is happening for me with the eco lifestyle pack is I have the environment turned off, but it keeps giving me notifications saying that my neighborhood is like neutral or whatever, or yeah, I have it turned off, but it keeps telling me that, and I'm just like, okay. And then one of them, I was in San Myshuno and the sky looked orange, and I'm like, what the heck is this? And then I looked, and it was the neighborhood was in the bad part, you know what I mean? It was bad, but it's like I have it turned off. It shouldn't be bad. So I had to like cheat it back into it. Was very annoying and confusing, and it might be in one of my videos. I don't think it was, because I think it was when I was doing one of my stories. Anyway, Snow Escape. Sims no longer get a board moodlet from outdoorsy lifestyle for being inside when they were actually outside. I have had that. In fact, last night I had that in my new Let's Play that is coming out on Friday, called Invite Only. You are all invited to watch it. Yes, so that should be out this Friday coming up. Anyway, cottage living. Added message to help players understand that gnomes have a reason for dropping gifts outside of holidays after Agatha Crumplebottom interacts with them. I don't even know what that means. Egg will no longer spoil while incubating it to hatch. I didn't even know that happened. High school years. The high school official will always stay present to give out diplomas. I think I've only been to like one graduation ceremony. Oh, and you know what? I think my sim didn't end up getting a diploma. Like, I think the person left, and yeah, they didn't get their diploma. Anyway, teens graduating early will no longer get resentful about no prom invite sentiment when the sim attends or skips the prom. Both sims need to not have graduated. Okay. Fixing immortal high school NPC students. Teen NPCs not living in the world that attend high school weren't aging up. So it's particularly noticeable in multi-generational gameplay. Example, classmate appearance is now classmate of child. We've added a code to check for these sims and appropriately age them up as you would expect compared to their classmates. Also didn't know that was happening. I don't play with high school years that often. Copperdale Llama sports mascot figurine now appears in build mode. Drama Club and Scout will complete after-school tasks and goal-oriented aspirations. When going to school on holiday, the proper high school UI shows instead of the default UI. Fixed cases where there would be no pop-up option to join school or send Tane alone. I've had that happen a couple of times. The science fair judge shows up when expected. I didn't even know there was a science fair event. I don't play that back. The one thing that I have noticed, and I don't know if it's something they actually did or I just got used to it, but the notification where it goes ba-da-ba-ba, like really loud, like I feel like that's been toned down a little bit. Sometimes it doesn't even come out, but it doesn't scare me as bad. But I don't know if it's just because I'm used to it, but it used to scare me every time. Alright, growing together. Sims will no longer stand idle when a child asks for help with bike riding indoors. I have only done that once, riding a bike with a kid, which I really should do more often because it was kind of cool. Sims will no longer receive random milestone moodlets without achieving it. I've had that happen a couple of times. Daycare milestone will now unlock for toddler and infants away from when they return to law. Child sim will not be forced to sit on the edge of the pool when pull out tooth or wiggle loose. I have not had that happen, but I don't play with pools that often. Child sim confidence is no longer stuck on neutral and will change as expected. Winning the marble game will now add new marbles. That's cool. Temporary stay guests will now sleep even in sleeping bags. Yeah, I had in one of my Let's Plays, which you'll see it eventually, I had one temporary stay guest. He like glitched out. Or maybe, you know what, it might have been a nanny. I don't know, but he ended up staying in my house for like 2 sim years. I didn't pay him or anything. He just stayed there and took care of the babies. I'm like, all right, cool. Horse ranch sims will not receive fizzy moodlets from drinking crafted nectar. Will not receive fizzy moodlets from drinking crafted nectar drinks. Maybe that's from the fizzy drinks. I don't know. I did not know that was a thing. Ranch hand will no longer stay past 7 p.m. Mini goats and sheep will no longer be able to use the gate when it is locked. I haven't noticed that, but it's been a while since I played with horse ranch stuff. Okay, rent and bill section will no longer show 0. Tenants will not be able to pay rent. Changing a penthouse lot to a residential rental will not. Yeah, I don't. Ever since the whole, issue they've been having with for rent, I've been avoiding it altogether. Like, I don't do any of the for rent things except for my for rent Let's Play, which came out like at the very beginning, so it wasn't that bad. Tenant agreement remaining lease duration will no longer revert and freeze when sim travels. Kettle and pressure cooker will not cause excessive cases of unpleasant surroundings. The pressure cooker won't automatically decay and despoiled state, but instead only start decaying after it's prepared. Okay. Tenant revolt event will not trigger with the rental units are disabled in-game options. Now able to convert residential. I don't know any of these. Tenants on residential rentals can send items on Plopsy/Trendy. I didn't know that was an issue. I didn't know any of these were an issue, actually. Aspiration goal handle a maintenance event now resolves after completing the goal. I think that actually might have happened to me back when I played it. So, resolved issue where property owners would fail to inspect or repair broken objects. The Garden of Blight event maintenance troubles lot challenge will now progress as intended. I don't even know what that is. Garden Blight event of maintenance troubles lot challenge. Oh, okay, so you probably have to have maintenance troubles on there. Stoves and ovens can be replaced during the explosive malfunction event on a non-residential rental. Love struck. Neighborhood stories, romance actions will be prevented from happening between incompatible sims. Previously, it was not taking sims' romantic preferences into account with romance changes. This now verifies that sims are still romantically interested in each other's genders before considering good, because I've had a lot of like strange couplings. So yeah, that one I have noticed. Alright, Life and Death Return to Office is now available on the Reaper Career. I haven't played with Reaper Career yet, so random NPC sim will no longer replace Edith. Never had that happen. Fixed cases where funeral guests would wear random outfits or work outfits. I haven't ever had a funeral, so death by pufferfish, death by overheating, death by freezing types are now available for child sims and Cass. Woohoo with the Grim Reaper will no longer get cancelled. This was happening because of incompatibly with Grim Reaper / Carry Scythe. Ghost Essence notification now fires properly, and players will only see the TNS if Essence is actually being added. And I need to play with Ghost more often, because I don't think I've ever had any of those issues. Fixed cases where NPC Waylon and NPC Lady Raven Dancer were being selected for walk-by situation and pulled from their duties. All grave and urn options should appear now as display as interaction. Okay. Businesses and hobby sims will no longer reset and trigger a last exception when performing grab food interactions after using secret spice perk. I've had that happen. Customers sims more consistently complete their laundry tasks before leaving the lot. Sticky finger aspiration. A sim with a owned business can now swipe properly at mischief's level 10. Okay. Enchanted by nature. When the limit fairies to in-screen option is enabled, fairy sims will not autonomously appear in their fairy form in any world outside of in-screen. Most fairy eye colors are now available for infant, toddler, or child sims. 10 of the 18 overall fairy eyes are now allowed. That's really cool. I wish they could do the hair colors too, because to me, like, fairies always have like cool funky colors, but they don't allow funky colors for children's hair. And I'll say they don't have a proper purple for adults or children. Actually, there is one. Oh no, it's blue. It's not for the kids. There's a couple that you can use for the kids, but they're, I want them all, the choice for all of them. Anyways, if a sim is on cooldown from a cured element, pixies won't be able to immediately add it back. I haven't played that much with the Enchanted by Nature pack, which is odd because I love fairies, but yeah, I haven't. Adventure and weights. Added curtain rod for modular curtains in the pack. Skills from adventure weights can no longer be increased and sit in on skill class without the pack installed. Okay. Firewatch tower structure pillars in the Wanderwoods wilds will no longer disappear when zooming out using the Sims 3 camera. Child Sims legs will no longer show a wrinkled texture when wearing the skirt. Did they fix the socks too? Because there was a sock that was making their feet wrinkled. If you look at my cast video for that, you can see one of them has like a weird sock texture. I don't know if it was Adventure Awaits or it had to have been Adventure Awaits though. I don't know. One of the socks is weird, and also the gloves, like the nails come through the gloves. Anyway, let's see. Getaway Sims will keep performing activities and interactions during Alter Speed, fixing an issue where Sims were teleporting and exiting the pool after performing woohoo in water. I still haven't done that yet, I don't think. Camera shake will time properly with geyser below. I've never had a camera shake. I was at the geyser a couple of times and it's never shaked. I like when the geyser was going off, it never shook. So that would be cool to see. Drowning, meteorite, lightning, cow plant, or freezing deaths will now occur during getaways. Wow. Examine interaction will not fail if butterflies are placed in one of the center slots on the butterfly or moth habitat. It is now possible to gift a friendship bracelet to imaginary friends. That's cool. Alright, outdoor retreats and prepares herbal potions and places in their inventory without typos. I haven't noticed that. Dine out. Sims can now check off restaurant-related goals. Uga's Canteen and Batu will now count towards dining spots. That's funny. Fix some drinks that were appearing as water in the restaurant menu. I think I have noticed that before. Parenthood, play with emotion, interaction for child sim will no longer be grayed out with a tooltip asking replayer or replace piano when it's not broken. Never noticed that. Players will now receive the right notification stating for their Sims to become higher ranked spellcasters if they want to learn additional spells from practical and mischief sages. Wait, players will now receive the right notification. I didn't know there was a left one. No, I didn't know that it was wrong. I play with spellcasters all the time. I never noticed anything like that, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of oblivious when I play. I just play and whatever happens, it's fine. I just work with it. Sims can now purchase or win all wand recolors. Journey to Batu. NPCs will board the X-Wing. Resting someone will no longer get stuck or fail. I don't play that one, so... Client Sims will stop being unhappy even though Decorator does the gig according to their preferences. That has happened to me before. Retro Dinette Stretch Booth now counts as dining chairs. That's cool. Another one where the guests will wear random outfits. I don't do weddings, so werewolves will not use their phone while rampaging. I thought that was extremely hilarious. They're like running around and then all of a sudden they just stop and like do. It's so funny. Lunar Expert Studio and Surreptitious Studious stationary pile objects can now be cloned with the eyedropper tool. I didn't notice that you couldn't. NPC Sims who are not werewolves will no longer be seen as werewolf pack members. Please note this only applies to new saves. Werewolves can no longer break upgraded objects, which no longer cause the Sims to continuously try to repair them. That's actually kind of cool. When overmaxing, the werewolf's XP bar will now properly reset and the Sim will receive expected ability points. I've had like I don't know if I've had that issue or not, but I feel like I have. The spooky Sims can now resume interaction on pumpkin carving station. Kids room monster will no longer be spotted under the bed when a monster spray is used. Vintage glamour butler stays on lot and remains in their work outfit when you travel with your Sim to another lot. Fixing cast unlock display to remove locked thumbnails and knit clothing even though the items are unlocked. I've had that issue. Sims with glutton trait will no longer autonomously eat prepped ingredients when other foods are available. So I didn't realize it was the Sim. I had a Sim that kept eating the prepped ingredients, and I didn't realize it was because of the glutton trait. I just thought he just liked them. So anyways, that's all. We made it through the entire list. But like I said, I didn't realize, but I'm actually pretty oblivious when I play because I don't notice a lot of the bugs unless it's something like really major. I don't even notice it. Let me click this and see what this says here. Does this show a whole list of everything? So there's a lamp with woven shade. I want to see pictures of it though. I guess it doesn't show it here. So I might do a separate video if I can about this pack here, because this upgrade, this looks really cool and I'm super excited about that. I kind of want to play this. Jesus! Oh, it's so loud. It was so loud. So yeah, this is really cool. I love that painting. Oh, the rug is so cool. Yes. Oh, these are so cool. I don't see the point of pillows, but that's a really cool pillow. And I love the outfits too. Oh, I love the new hair. I wish I could see it like closer up, but it doesn't like freeze on it. I want to see like the side of it. And they have a new plate here. Yeah. That is really cool hair. I might just give it to the Sim I'm playing with now in my invite only Let's Play. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much the stuff in the new pack, or the new upgrade, update, whatever. Anyway, I am all updated, so I am going to go and play, but I figure since this is a long video, I will do the Jar of Weird. So if you don't watch my other videos and have only come here to like learn about this, basically I have this giant, here, hold on, this giant jar of random items. Some of it I have collected over the years, and some of it I have added more recently, like Bitty Pops and Dorables and stuff like that we'll open, and then we talk about it in the comments below. So I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to try to find something. Let's see. Try to find something like fun and exciting, you know, like, I don't know, something that feels weird in my hand. Okay, let me show you what I'm doing here. Oh, what's this? This feels very weird. Ah, it's an eraser, that's why. It's actually an ice cream cone eraser. So go ahead and put the ice cream emojis down in the comments below to let me know you made it to the end of this video. I took the ice cream apart. This is probably going to be added to my mini jar of weird, which I will keep or take with me when I go to different events like paranormal conventions and stuff like that. So if you see me there, ask me about the jar of weird, and I will pull it out and let you choose something from the jar of weird. It's actually the mini jar of weird, and as you can see, it's already filled. So yeah, that is what I'm gonna do. I usually post my events on my socials, so you can come check me out there if you're around. Anyway, that's it for this I guess news video. I don't know, we're just babbling about the new stuff. So anyways, if you liked it, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel to see other videos that aren't quite like this, because I don't usually go through this list. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. Anyways, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and remember to always stay weird, because weirdos rule. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Thanks for watching.
We'll be right back.